Lights down at Katie's house. Lights up at Barry's house. Sounds of party orgy in other parts of house can be heard initially and intermittently during scene. Nathan is in a hot tub with young woman, only naked shoulders visible. Barry is outside of tub talking to Nathan, both ignoring young woman as if she is part of furnishings.
So what excuse did you use to get away from your wife this time, Nathan?
I'm at a committee meeting about how we all can make more money. I knew as long as it had anything to do with money, it would shut her up.
Hey, whatever works. I'm just glad you could make it. You always say you'll come, but you never show up.
Yeah, but sorry I didn't bring a date or a party favor. I have to tell you, Barry, that was ballsy, even for you. Cracked me up when I saw it in your invitation. You must bring a second young woman as a party favor for the host. Wild, man. But hey, it looks like it worked. But where's yours? Up on the waterbed waiting for you to come back?
Katie enters wearing a toga.
He doesn't need one. He just did it because he could. You must be Nathan. Barry's told me all about you. I hope it's not all true.
Barry, you've been holding out on me.
Nathan, meet Katie.
Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Lights down at Barry's house. Lights up at Katie's house.
One thing I've wondered about the toga party was when you talked to Nathan. I thought we were together the whole night.
It was just after you met Nathan with,
Linda. Her name was Linda. Not that I think you or Nathan cared what her name was. She was in my year at nursing school.
Right, you and Linda. You two went ahead of us.
Lights down at Katie's house. Lights up at Barry's house.
Barry, hold back a second.
Yeah, what's up?
I want to fuck her.
That's what they're here for. Go for it.
No, not her. Katie. I want to fuck Katie.
You're a prick, you know that, Nathan? Real piece of work.
Oh, man. Where did that come from? Is this one special? I thought she was just your latest. I'd never interfere if she was someone special.
Oh, no. No, look,
Hey, man. We both know you'll be dumping her soon. You never keep them long. I want to sample this one while she's still yours. But tell me if I've got it wrong.
No, Nathan.
No what?
No, she's nobody special.
Great. When will you talk to her?
What? You want to fuck my girlfriend and you want me to arrange it?
Yeah. Is there something wrong with that? Isn't that what friends do?
Fine, Nathan. I'll talk to her.
Lights down at Barry's house. Lights up at Katie's house. Phone rings.
Hi, sweetie. Yes, I remember the polar bears. You know that they're Mommy's favorite animals, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, now tell Daddy not to get sun on his head. Okay, honey. I love you too.
Checking in?
Yeah. David always has them call from the polar bears. They all think it's funny that I like them the best. Look, you're really gonna have to go. I need to finish. Just let me show you.
Sure, absolutely. I've wanted to talk to you about, see, I've been over and over it. I keep asking myself why I just didn't say yeah to Nathan and forget about it.
And how do you answer yourself?
I don't. It's like that movie Groundhog Day. I keep hoping that I'll remember it differently, that it'll happen differently. But it doesn't.
Groundhog Day? You, Barry, talking about a different movie?
Lights down at Katie's house. Before lights up, parts of Joe versus the volcano are heard. Lights come up on Barry and Katie sitting in bed. Katie is wearing an oversized Joe versus the volcano t-shirt. Obviously Barry's. Barry is in something trying to be cool but isn't. Possible Speedo briefs as PJs. Whenever they move, there is the soft sloshing of a waterbed.
Damn, I love that movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know. You think I'm silly, and you're sick of the movie.
No, sweetie. How can a girl complain when Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan in their prime join her in bed after sex? Every night.
It's not every night.
Okay.
Is it?
Really, honey, it's okay. It could be worse.
Really?
It could be Titanic. I'm the king of the world!
You know, you shouldn't make fun of me and my taste in movies.
And why is that?
Barry reaches over to side of bed and pushes CD button. Bobby Goldberl's Honey begins to play. Katie picks up a pillow and starts beating Barry with it.
Did you steal that from my CDs?
No, I bought a couple copies to have around. I figured if I had 3 copies of Joe versus the Volcano,
Then we could have 3 of...
the sappiest love song ever written.
And your movie isn't sappy.
Of course it is. In fact, that proves it.
Okay, I'll bite. Proves what?
That I'm a romantic. Maybe I don't cry like you do every time you hear Honey, but you gotta admit it's a pretty romantic movie.
It's a romantic comedy. And yes, it's romantic, though the Orange Crush is a little much. But yes, it is a romantic movie.
So you met Nathan last night.
You mean the old guy?
Older than me.
Like a century older than you big silly. So what about the old guy?
He wants to sleep with you.
What?
He wanted me to talk to you about it.
Katie struggles to keep some dignity against the ridiculousness of getting out of a waterbed. Finally is on her feet next to the bed.
So, talk.
He said he'd pay you.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Well, what?
what do you think?
I don't believe it. You're serious.
Look, Katie, I've been straight with you right from the beginning. I told you I'd be seeing other women. I told you it was fine if you saw other guys.
And I told you I didn't want to.
Well, this could be a start. And you could make some money as a fringe benefit.
Well, how much is he going to pay?
$1,000. I think that's what he said.
And how much do I have to give you?
What?
Well, you're not very good at this.
What are you talking about?
If you're going to be my pimp, you need to know all the little details.
Is this how you see this? That I'm pimping you? Is that how you see it?
Is there some other way I'm supposed to see it? I already met Nathan, so you're not setting me up on a blind date. I'm going in there to fuck him
Stop
for
it.
$1,000. So even in farm country, we'd call that turning a trick.
Stop it.
So that makes me a whore. You set this up.
Stop it, Katie.
Stop what? Stop telling the truth. Stop talking. Don't go. What, Barry? What do you want from me?
Katie, It's up to you.
Set the date. You know my schedule. I want you to drive me there.
Why do you
You
want...
don't have to stay or pick me up.
Lights out at Barry's house. Lights up Katie's house.
I wish I had a time machine, like in Back to the Future. Then I could change, say, the movie. If I could change, like, the movie we watched, if I get this sci-fi dimension thing right, it'd change everything. Change one little detail and change everything.
Well, I don't know about that, but miracles do happen. Whoever would have thought that you, Barry, would ever bring up 2 other movies in one conversation? What'd you do, sign up for Netflix?
Funny. But as a matter of fact...
I'll tell you, funny. You'll never guess what David's favorite movie is.
Oh, no way. You're putting me on.
No, for real. When he first told me, since he doesn't know about us, about what happened, when he said it was his favorite, I said I'd heard about it but never seen it. Thank God he just rented it to show me once. Anyway, as I watched it with him, I realized he liked it for the same reason you did. The reason why I was willing to watch it over and over with you.
What was that?
You and my husband are both in love with Patricia, the half-sister Meg Ryan plays in the second half of the movie.
You don't mind? You weren't jealous? I mean, aren't jealous of your husband, you know?
No, Barry. I'm not jealous of either of you. There's hope for any man that can love Patricia. She's vulnerable, she's hurt by her absent father, but she isn't soul-sick like her half-sister, Angelica, that flibbertigibbet that Meg Ryan doubles as. Now, Patricia, who is captain of her daddy's yacht, who jumps into the volcano with Joe Banks, and who laughs at Joe Banks for being gullible enough to believe her father's hired quack's line that Joe's dying from a brain cloud.
You remember the movie almost better than I do. And I always thought you weren't watching.
Patricia loved Joe Banks because he was flawed, Barry, and not because she thought she could save him. She loved him because he was brave. She couldn't understand why he'd be willing to jump into the volcano, but as he said before they jumped, whither thou goest.
My God. That's why you did it.
But I guess that's the difference between movies and real life. In our scene, there was no air draft from a volcano to blow me safely out of Nathan's house. And we sure didn't sail away in the sunset on our invulnerable steamer trunks.
You give me too much credit. I'm not brave. I'm a coward. I could never have jumped into the volcano. I didn't say no to Nathan. Wasn't capable of even seeing, knowing the sacrifice you were making.
Even so, Barry, we still might have made it. I'm not sure. But we never got the chance.
You mean I never gave you a chance? I loathed you. I couldn't get it out of my head.